What is happening, Power friends? It is Mr. Bud coming at you guys on a rainy Saturday afternoon in Encinitas, or Saturday morning. So I have a really important message to share with everybody today. So please just take a moment to soak this up. I'm going to start right off by saying it is not my intention in any stretch of the imagination to criticize, to condemn, to put down, or anything like that. I just want to get that out of the way right off the bat, that I have nothing but infinite love for every single person who is out there having conversations every day about solar energy and shifting this planet to solar. You guys have no idea how much I love you. You really don't. Like, you're the change makers. Like, you're the people in the world that are actually making a difference and building a business that's aligned with, transforming the planet, while so many other people are out there just talking about it, or just complaining, or just they're doing nothing. And you guys are actually the ones that are doing it and building something phenomenal for yourself. So just have to get that out of the way. I freaking love you. And the point of this message is to actually educate you. It's to actually share. It's to actually inspire all of us to go to that next level of greatness that we're capable of, because we're not quite hitting it yet. Okay? I'm just going to be honest. We're not quite hitting it yet. So I want to talk to you guys today about data. What have I seen? What has our team been measuring? What's been going on over the last couple months? And I want to preface it by saying, there's been so many exciting things happening, right? So many things and announcements, and here we go. We have disruption, and we have the launch of the battery in Hawaii, and we have international markets, and we have this epic crowdfund campaign, and there's so much. And this is our responsibility as corporate, right? There's so much stuff always going on and so many exciting developments every day that we have to learn how to stay focused on the basics of the business and what drives the business and what grows the business. And we're getting better at that, right? But what I've noticed is that when we deviate in any capacity from the fundamental message of collecting a utility bill, having a conversation with a homeowner, collecting a utility bill, live transferring that customer into the provider, and doing that until we get certified, and doing it in record time so that we're setting pace. Boom, 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 boom. We're creating pace for our team, pace for ourselves. We're hitting certified advisor in 7 days, in 14 days. When we deviate from that message, I'm just telling you guys, and every one of us needs to take responsibility for this. It's your responsibility, it's yours, it's ours. But when we deviate from it, for whatever reason, the power community, i.e. you, let's just assume that you're part of this, right, starts to feel like some of these things aren't mandatory. Like, maybe I don't have to live transfer. Maybe I don't have to do this part of the business, or, well, I'll just do it later. Or, I don't know what's going on in people's minds. I don't know what it is that people are thinking that has them try to take shortcuts, or has them try to shortcut their business. Or, boy, here's what I'll propose to you. If you're taking shortcuts here, you're probably taking shortcuts elsewhere. You're taking shortcuts in your life. You're taking shortcuts in your relationships. There's ways you're probably playing mediocre, and it's showing up in a lot of other areas of your life, versus how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you show up, and you actually really show up, and you choose greatness inside of your power business, you're probably going to end up choosing greatness inside of your life everywhere. Let me break down the data for you guys. Do you want the data? So we pulled all of the data since May 2nd, and we looked at, that's when we implemented the new utility bill process, 100% mandatory. We pulled all the data since May 2nd. We looked at every lead we submitted. We looked at some of our biggest lead submitters, or some of our biggest providers who receive lead submission. We got on the phone with them. We sent them everything, and we said, give us an absolute breakdown of every single one of these leads. Were they live transferred? What was this? What was that? And here's this honestly makes me sick, and you're going to understand why it makes me sick. And again, it's not to condemn. It's just because of the utter loss of possibility and effectiveness of what we're doing. It made me sick. So we had about a 15% live transfer ratio from leads submitted to live transfer with one of our biggest providers. 15%. That's part of me for saying it's pathetic. That's pathetic to what we are capable of doing, to what our potential is. Now here's why. We discovered that if a lead is live transferred and it has a utility bill attached with one of our leading providers, Go Solar, who we ran all this data with, do you want to know what the conversion rate is of a lead that's live transferred with a utility bill attached? Right now, it's about 1 out of 3 are signing a contract. 1 out of 3 are signing a freaking contract to Go Solar, with Go Solar, if a utility bill is attached and there's a live transfer, okay? Do you want to know what the numbers are with no utility bill and no live transfer? 1 out of 40. I repeat, 1 out of 40. 1 out of 40, ladies and gentlemen. If we don't live transfer and we don't have a utility bill, 1 out of 40 goes solar. If we live transfer and we have a utility bill, 1 out of 3 is going solar currently with this one partner. Now, I'm not going to say those statistics are going to be the exact same across every provider and every market. You know, certain sales teams have one strategy, certain markets are another strategy, but there's no arguing that it's going to be pretty similar. I mean, maybe it's 1 out of 5, maybe it's 1 out of 6, or maybe it's 1 out of 50. That's what we're fundamentally choosing here today. So as a person who's building a business, who's becoming a professional, who's becoming great at acquiring solar customers, who's becoming great at cashing installation checks and cashing appointment revenue and turning this into a $10, $15, $20,000 a year income stream part-time just by referring solar customers, this is not freaking optional. You cannot go talk to 40 people to get a deal. But what you don't realize is that by trying to shortcut the system and by playing mediocre, that's what you're in essence creating. You're killing your own business by not learning, by just not taking that extra step, that one extra step of 10 minutes or 20 minutes to become good, to become great, by not educating yourself about solar or teaching yourself enough so that you can have a competent conversation with a homeowner, get their utility bill, and talk them through our program. This is how our program works. I collect your utility bill. Our providers are going to design a 100% accurate proposal to show you how much money you're going to save. Then I'm going to schedule a time when I can connect you to the provider to set up an appointment so you can evaluate it. Do you understand all this? Do you understand the value proposition of the service we're providing and the benefits of what we're going to show you how to do? Great. Can you email me your utility bill? Great. When can you connect with our provider? When's a good time for you? Guys, I get it. Believe me, I've been there. I get it. I know the reason why we shortcut. You know, we're nervous or we feel like, oh, I just don't know if I want to take the time. I don't know if I want to ask this person to live transfer. You know, I don't know if I want to, have to be on the phone for 10 minutes. Whatever the reason is, I get it. I get all the reasons, but I can promise you they're mediocre reasons. They're mediocre reasons why someone decides, I don't have to live transfer. It's playing mediocre. It's playing small. It's playing fearful. It's deviating from what freaking works. The numbers don't lie, people. 1 out of 3 live transferred with a utility bill, or 1 out of 40. What's your choice going to be? How do you want your team showing up as you go out there and you build a team of freaking people to change the world and change their own lives financially? Do you want to send them down a rabbit hole of 1 out of 40? Or do you want to send them on a path of professionals, which is 1 out of 3, 1 out of 5? This is the choice we're making right now. This is the choice we're making. And believe me, I get it. There's been so much going on. As a company, I'll take responsibility for this. We've deviated the last 60 days. We haven't been talking live transfer utility bill, live transfer utility bill. Maybe not enough, right? It's in our playbook, but we haven't been beating the message in. We haven't been enforcing and making sure. But this is my promise to you, because I care about you too much. I care about your success too much. I want you to achieve greatness. I want you to be freaking incredible. I want us all to be incredible. We're breaking world records right now. This community has the ability to do something that no group of human beings has ever done before. I care about this too much. I care about you too much. So here's my promise. Here's my promise. We're going to do our best not to deviate from this message, okay? Over and over again on our weekly training calls, on our Thursday update calls, on our opportunity calls, in our one-on-one communications, in our team communications, at our events, at our provider meetings, wherever the hell we are, guys. This is the message. This is what we do. We can either be a great organization that does 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 5 live transfers with a utility bill that has the solar industry lining up, or we can be like the rest of the crowd submitting crappy leads and providers being pissed off, having to chase people around, or whatever the hell it is. We can be mediocre, just like the rest of the world, or we can be the freaking best. But you make that choice today. I'm choosing to be the best. I'm choosing that the people that I work with are going to be the best in the world at what we do. I want you to make that choice too, because there's a lot on the line. What's on the line is your entire business. What's on the line is your effectiveness. What's on the line is your greatness. What's on the line is this organization closing 500 kW a month, or this organization closing megawatts a month. Guys, if we had live transferred and submitted a utility bill with every single lead that we submitted last month, do you know what our numbers would have been? Because I do. I went back and I looked at the data. And when I compared the data, we wouldn't have closed 400 kW, which was our best month ever, by the way. We wouldn't have done 400 kW. Do you know what we would have did? We would have did north of a megawatt. North of a megawatt of freaking clean energy. If you're doing a megawatt a month, you are one of the top solar installers in the country, probably even in the world at this point. A megawatt a month, guys, and we are on the freaking map. We're encroaching up there. We're getting up there. We're creeping in. We're almost at a half a meg a month. Not bad. But for literally the same people, the same conversations, the same leads, if we had just live transferred and just submitted a utility bill, we could have doubled every single contract we've signed, maybe even tripled. This is unacceptable. It should be unacceptable for any of us to ever submit a lead again that's not live transfer with a utility bill. It should be unacceptable for any of us to ever have a team member ever submit a lead again that's not live transferred with a utility bill. This is how we're going to become the greatest organization that the solar industry has ever seen, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's how you're going to build a business that maybe just for your own self makes you 10, 15, 20,000 a year, putting in one solar deal a month because you're so darn good at it. And then when you build a team and you've got a team of people live transferring and submitting utility bills, you're going to make freaking bank, because your team's conversion rates are going to be the best conversion rates this industry has ever seen. Because there will be everyone else and there will be Powur. We will be the freaking outlier that is so far into the extraordinary category that nobody's ever seen anything like it. And that's the potential of our leads. That's the potential of our network, of the reciprocity and the trust and the love and the communication and the education and the awareness that we can bring to the market, that online marketers can't bring, that door-to-door teams can't bring, that radio ads and TV ads and call centers and all that other crap cannot bring. We have the potential to be the greatest organization on the planet. You do. Let's live our potential. Let's show up. Let's do it. Not just for us, but for every generation of child and every type of animal and sea creature, every essence of life that is going to live on this planet after us, which is depending on us, this group of people right here, to be the ones that stood up and stewarded a new way of producing energy that did not pollute our land, it did not pollute our water, it did not pollute our air, it did not kill us, it did not give us cancer, it did not change our climate, it did not give us droughts and deforestation and everything else. We are the stewards of that future. And it starts, ladies and gentlemen, it starts with a freaking live transfer and a utility bill. I'm not kidding you. The data doesn't lie. It starts with a live transfer and a utility bill. So I love you so much. Let's go break our records again. There's no reason why our lead submission needs to go down. Now that we implemented mandatory utility bills, our lead submission doesn't need to go down, guys. It can go up. It can go up. The only reason why it would go down is if a lot of us were being lazy and we weren't being great. We were trying to take shortcuts. There's not a single reason why one lead needs to be lost if we step into our greatness right now. If you plug into the training, if you plug into the certification, if you watch the YouTube videos, you listen to the trainings, you educate yourself on solar, you go through the PowerPress articles, you absorb and you become a sponge for what it is we are doing, and you are a walking beacon of light for your community, for your tribe, for your clients, for your customers. They will flock to you. They will be attracted to your passion, to your knowledge. They will be attracted to your conviction and your commitment to help them save money and help them save energy and help them do the right thing for their future generations. They will give you their utility bill and they will line up to be live transferred. I promise you, because I live it in the very best of Powur, live it every day. I love you guys. I love you so much. Let's go out there and do what the hell we were born to do. Make this an amazing weekend. Live transfer and utility bill your face off. Go back to every single lead that you have not live transferred and you have not collected a utility bill, and get that utility bill and pull off that LT, because I can promise you they're not being contacted otherwise, okay? I saw the numbers. Out of the leads we submitted, 66% never even made it to a contact. And it wasn't because we didn't try. They tried. 66% never even made it to a contact. So 66% of every lead we submit doesn't even have a chance because we're not live transferring. It's literally that simple. Even with the utility bill, if we're not live transferring, 66% of every lead doesn't even have a chance. This is the data, guys. These are the numbers. Do what it with you will. It's now your choice how great you want to be. I love you. Have an awesome weekend. We still got a couple days left of the contest. Whatever you do this weekend, just freaking change the world. Build your business. Knock it out of the park. Hit your goals. I love you guys.